In the heart of the tallest mountains on Earth, far beyond where the roads end and the air thins, lies a reality that challenges everything we think we know about love, marriage, and family. High in the remote region of Upper Mustang, Nepal, there's a community where a woman can have not just one husband, but two, or even three. And here's the twist: all of them are brothers. Blood brothers. They live together under the same roof. They share the daily chores, the responsibilities of raising children, and the same bed. But this isn't some taboo secret. It's not hidden in shame. This is the norm. This is culture. This is survival. In a land where the winters are punishing and the soil barely yields a crop, sharing a wife is not seen as immoral. It's not scandalous. It's practical, logical, necessary. This is the story of a people who, through unusual alliances, found a way to overcome the impossible, to live, thrive, and protect their future in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Welcome to Nimba, a village that defies conventions. A place where fraternal polyandry, the practice of multiple brothers marrying a single woman, isn't just accepted. It's expected. Fraternal polyandry is a rare form of marriage, where a woman is wed to more than one man, and all the men are siblings. While the practice may sound shocking to many in the West, here in the Upper Mustang region, it's deeply woven into the fabric of life. It's not an exception to the rule, it is the rule. This tradition isn't born out of lust, rebellion, or some exotic spiritual ritual. No. It is born out of necessity. In the unforgiving highlands of the Himalayas, where survival is a daily challenge, fraternal polyandry is a brilliant adaptation. It's a system designed to protect land, family, and livelihood. Let's break it down. In this part of the world, land is precious and extremely limited. If every son were to inherit a piece of land individually, over generations, it would become fragmented beyond use. Each plot would become smaller and smaller, until there's nothing left to pass on. But when brothers marry the same woman and stay together in the same household, the land remains intact. The family property stays whole. And with that unity comes economic stability, cohesion, and continuity. While one husband works the fields, the other tends to the animals. And the wife, the center of the household, manages the rhythm of daily life, raising children, cooking meals, keeping traditions alive. She is not simply a wife. She is the glue, the coordinator, the beating heart of the home. Together, this trio, or quartet, functions as a tightly knit team. A micro-community designed not just for survival, but for sustainability. If each brother had his own wife, his own children, and his own piece of land, resources would be stretched to the breaking point. The land would suffer. The family would fracture. But through polyandry, the family stays together. The house stays full. The fields remain fertile. And the heritage is preserved. To outsiders, this may seem like a strange arrangement. But to the people of Nimba, it makes perfect sense. It's less about passion, and more about purpose. It's a pact. Not just between husband and wife, but between brothers. A bond of shared duty. A contract with the land itself. Of course, this lifestyle isn't without its complexities. Jealousy, for example, can exist. Imagine sharing the same spouse with your siblings. There are unspoken rules, silent schedules, and layers of emotional negotiation. But the cultural foundation is so strong, so deeply respected, that these issues rarely lead to conflict. Each brother knows his role. Each one has a responsibility. The woman, in turn, is respected and supported as the central pillar of the household. Children born into these unions often refer to all the brothers as father. Paternity is collective, not individual. What matters most is unity, not biology. And though this may sound unfamiliar, even uncomfortable, to those of us raised in nuclear family structures, the emotional health of these households is often strong. There's a clear division of labor, a shared sense of purpose, a cultural understanding that everyone's contribution matters. But times are changing. Younger generations, influenced by modern education and global media, are beginning to question this ancient system. Some leave the village in search of urban lives and monogamous relationships. Others stay, torn between tradition and the modern world. Still, many in Nimba hold firmly to their ways. They argue that fraternal polyandry isn't outdated, it's resilient. It's sustainable. In a world of rising living costs, land scarcity, and family fragmentation, maybe, just maybe, there's wisdom here we've overlooked. Because what we call strange is often just unfamiliar. What we label backward may in fact be a form of innovation, shaped by environment, necessity, and deep communal values. In a land where life is carved from stone, where the wind carries centuries of memory, people have found ways to adapt that are as poetic as they are practical. In Nimba, love is not about exclusivity. It's about endurance. It's not about possession. It's about preservation. Fraternal polyandry isn't a story of scandal, it's a story of strength. It reminds us that family isn't always one husband and one wife. That survival sometimes demands shared sacrifices. That love, in its truest form, can take many shapes, even ones that defy what we thought we knew. This is Nimba, where brothers share one wife, where tradition walks hand in hand with survival, and where the definition of family stretches far beyond what most of us could ever imagine. But what about the woman at the center of all this? Is she truly content? Is she heard? In many households, yes. Contrary to what outsiders might assume, these women often hold significant power. She decides who does what in the house, manages disputes with fairness, and her opinion is respected in family decisions. She's not seen as belonging to the brothers, but rather as a partner to them all. And yet, it isn't always easy. Some women speak privately of the emotional fatigue, of trying to please multiple men, raise children, and carry the mental weight of the entire household. Others feel isolated, unable to share their struggles in a society that expects silence, strength, and sacrifice. Still, most see it as their duty, their honor, their role in a sacred cycle passed down through generations. Because here, love isn't about butterflies in your stomach. It's about building something that lasts, together. Fade out. Title card appears. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story if it moved you. There's a whole world out there. Let's discover it